That tub in your freezer? It's not ice cream. What you're eating is frozen dessert. Emulsifiers linked to bowel disease. Artificial colors banned in Europe. Sugar alcohols sending kids to the bathroom with cramping. The Breyers your parents bought in the 80s? Reformulated. That $3.97 great value tub? There's a reason it's that cheap. Today, I'm exposing 5 ice cream brands to throw out. And 3 that are actually real. Stick around. Number 1 charges premium prices for the same garbage ingredients. Brand number 5, Breyers Delights. The frozen dessert fraud. Not legally ice cream. They're counting on you not noticing. Delights. Sounds healthy, light, promises fewer calories, less sugar, more protein. Flip the container. Read what it actually says. Frozen dairy dessert, not ice cream. Canadian regulations require real ice cream to contain minimum 10% milk fat. Breyers Delights contains 2 to 3%. They've replaced cream with skim milk, then added chemicals to approximate texture. What they added instead? Erythritol, soluble corn fiber, polydextrose, glycerin, gar gum, cellulose gel, cellulose gum, carrageenan, acesulfame potassium, sucralose, natural and artificial flavors, mono and diglycerides, carob bean gum. 14 ingredients replacing cream. Erythritol, sugar alcohol. 2023 study in Nature Medicine linked erythritol to increased risk of blood clots, stroke, and heart attack. Makes blood platelets stickier. For seniors with cardiovascular issues, this isn't minor. Sugar alcohols cause digestive distress, cramping, gas, diarrhea. Your body can't digest them. They ferment in your intestines. Kids complaining of stomach aches 2 hours after ice cream? That's erythritol, carrageenan, extracted from seaweed. Research links it to intestinal inflammation, gut permeability, inflammatory bowel disease in animal studies. International Agency for Research on Cancer classifies degraded carrageenan as a possible human carcinogen. Sucralose, artificial sweetener. Study in Frontiers in Nutrition found sucralose alters gut microbiome, reduces beneficial bacteria, increases inflammation. At high temperatures during manufacturing, breaks down into potentially toxic compounds. For diabetics choosing Breyers. Delights thinking it's safer. Erythritol and soluble corn fiber still affect glucose response. You're also consuming artificial sweeteners that increase sugar cravings long-term. Health-conscious families at Sobeys grabbing this thinking delights means healthier. You're eating a chemistry experiment designed to approximate ice cream at lower cost with longer shelf life. Your fix. If the label says frozen dairy dessert instead of ice cream, it's not ice cream. Canadian law requires that distinction because the product doesn't meet standards. Walk away. Brand number 4. Chapman's No Sugar Added. The sugar alcohol trap. The digestive disaster. No sugar added, hiding maltitol that still spikes blood sugar. Chapman's. Proudly Canadian since 1973. No sugar added varieties promising diabetic-friendly ice cream. Flip the container. Maltitol. Sugar alcohol. Second ingredient after milk ingredients. Maltitol's glycemic index, 35 to 52. Lower than table sugar at 65, but not 0. Still causes blood sugar response. For diabetics carefully managing glucose, maltitol isn't the free pass the label implies. Worse, digestive catastrophe. Maltitol is notorious for severe gastrointestinal distress. Your small intestine can't absorb it. Moves into your colon. Gut bacteria ferment it. Result? Cramping, bloating, gas, explosive diarrhea. Check online reviews. Hundreds of comments. Sent me running to the bathroom. Horrible stomach cramps. Never again. Spent the night in pain. This isn't uncommon sensitivity. This is maltitol's known effect. FDA requires warning labels on related sugar alcohols. Canada doesn't require it. Products sit on shelves with no disclosure. Kids eating this before bed? Stomach aches keeping them awake. Beyond maltitol, modified milk ingredients, glucose, polydextrose, glycerin, mono and diglycerides, guar gum, cellulose gum, carrageenan, carob bean gum, artificial flavor, sucralose, acesulfame potassium, annatto, tartrazine. Tartrazine, artificial yellow dye. Yellow number 5, linked to hyperactivity in children. European studies found artificial dyes increase hyperactive behavior in kids with ADHD. UK requires warning labels. Canada, no warning. For families choosing Chapman's, no sugar added thinking healthier. You're replacing sugar with maltitol causing digestive problems and still affecting blood sugar, plus artificial sweeteners altering gut bacteria, plus artificial dyes linked to behavioral issues. Your fix, no sugar added, doesn't mean healthy. Check for sugar alcohols. If present, expect digestive issues. For diabetics, sugar alcohols still impact glucose. Don't be fooled. Brand number 3, Nestle Parlor/Drumstick. The multinational predator, the artificial everything. Swiss corporation that sees your kids as profit targets. Nestle, one of the most controversial corporations on earth. Decades of scandals, from aggressive baby formula marketing in developing countries to child labor in cocoa supply chains. And now they want to sell ice cream to your kids. Nestle Parlor ice cream. Drumstick cones. Brightly colored packaging featuring cartoon characters. Targeted directly at children. Available everywhere. Loblaws, Sobeys, Metro, corner stores. Here's what's inside Nestle Drumstick Vanilla Cone. Modified milk ingredients, sugar, wheat flour, coconut oil, glucose, cocoa, mono, and diglycerides. Gar gum, cellulose gum, carrageenan, polysorbate 80, carob bean gum, artificial flavor, tartrazine, sunset yellow, FCF, Allura red, brilliant blue FCF, 4 artificial colors, tartrazine, sunset yellow, Allura red, brilliant blue. These artificial dyes have been linked to hyperactivity and behavioral problems in children. A 2007 study published in The Lancet found that artificial food colorings and sodium benzoate increased hyperactive behavior in children. UK's Food Standards Agency recommended manufacturers remove these dyes. Many European companies reformulated. Nestle, still using them in Canada, because they're cheaper than natural colors and kids are attracted to bright artificial colors. Polysorbate 80, emulsifier. Research published in Nature found that dietary emulsifiers, including polysorbate 80, alter gut microbiota composition and promote low-grade inflammation and metabolic syndrome in mice. The emulsifiers made the intestinal mucus barrier thinner, allowing bacteria closer to intestinal cells, triggering inflammation. For kids eating drumsticks regularly, you're feeding them emulsifiers shown to disrupt gut bacteria, artificial colors linked to hyperactivity, plus coconut oil and modified milk ingredients replacing real cream. Coconut oil is cheap, high in saturated fat, but it's not the same as milk fat from cream. Different fatty acid profile, different nutritional impact. Nestle uses it because it's cheaper than dairy fat and gives that creamy texture without actual cream. Modified milk ingredients, vague term meaning. Nestle has separated and recombined milk components in ways that reduce cost. Not whole cream, not whole milk. Processed dairy fractions engineered for texture and profit margin. For parents buying drumsticks as summer treats. For families grabbing Nestle Parlor thinking it's real ice cream. You're funding a corporation with decades of ethical violations while feeding your kids artificial colors linked to behavioral problems and emulsifiers shown to damage gut health. Hit subscribe so you never feed your kids laboratory chemicals disguised as ice cream. Your fix? 4 artificial colors on the ingredient list means 4 reasons to walk away. Polysorbate 80 and carrageenan together mean double gut disruption. If a corporation has a history of putting profits over people, believe them when they show you the ingredients list. The cartoon packaging, the artificial rainbow, 4 dyes linked to hyperactivity in your kids' ice cream. Brand number 2, compliments/no name, Sobeys/Loblaws. The house brand mystery. The lowest bid frozen dessert. Commodity ice cream from whoever charges least this quarter. Yellow no-name containers at Loblaws. Blue compliments tubs at Sobeys. Budget ice cream for families watching every dollar. $3.99 to $4.99 for 1.5 liters. Significantly cheaper than name brands. That low price comes with questions nobody at Loblaws or Sobeys wants to answer. Who manufactures Compliments ice cream? Which dairy farms? What are the actual ingredient sources? What quality standards beyond minimum CFIA requirements are being maintained? Loblaws and Sobeys don't make ice cream. They contract with third-party manufacturers producing house brands for various retailers. Same facility might make no name for Loblaws on Monday, Compliments for Sobeys on Tuesday, Western Family for Save on Foods on Wednesday. These contract manufacturers optimize for one thing: cost per liter. Source the cheapest modified milk ingredients available. Use the maximum allowed amounts of stabilizers and emulsifiers. Add artificial flavors because real vanilla extract costs more. Package it, ship it. Whoever's buying this week isn't buying for quality. They're buying for price point. Check the ingredient list on No Name Vanilla. Modified milk ingredients: sugar, glucose, mono and diglycerides, guar gum, cellulose gum, carrageenan, polysorbate 80, cara bean gum, artificial flavor, sunset yellow FCF, tartrazine. Modified milk ingredients: first ingredient, not cream, not whole milk. Reconstituted dairy fractions optimized for cost. You're getting the cheapest legally allowable milk components. Artificial flavor, vague term meaning chemical compounds synthesized to approximate vanilla. Real vanilla extract contains over 250 flavor compounds. Artificial vanilla is primarily vanillin, one chemical. Tastes similar, not the same. The texture tells the truth. No name and compliments. Ice cream feels different, gummier, less creamy, melts weird, leaves a coating in your mouth. That's excessive guar gum and cellulose creating artificial body to replace the richness real cream provides. Leave it on the counter. Watch how it melts. Real ice cream made with cream melts into liquid. These house brands melt into foam. That's air and stabilizers creating volume without substance. For single parents stretching grocery budgets. For families buying 5 tubs a month because kids want ice cream and $4 is affordable. For seniors on fixed incomes choosing No Name. Thinking it's the same product in different packaging. You're buying the cheapest frozen dessert legally sellable as ice cream. Mystery dairy from unknown sources. Maximum stabilizers and artificial flavors. Quality controlled to one standard. Minimum cost. The budget price. The mystery manufacturer. $4 buying foam with artificial flavor. Brand number 1. Great value. Walmart. The Predator brand returns. The freezer aisle fraud. Walmart selling the cheapest frozen dessert legally possible. Great value ice cream. $3.47 to $3.97 for 1.5 liters. The cheapest in every Canadian Walmart freezer. The brand we keep finding in every category. Coffee, bread, butter, olive oil, and now ice cream. That rock bottom price comes at a cost you're not seeing on the container. Who makes great value ice cream? Which manufacturer? Which dairy farms supply the milk? What are the ingredient sources? What quality standards beyond basic food safety? Walmart doesn't disclose any of it. Great value ice cream is produced by third-party contractors. Whoever offers the lowest bid. That contractor sources from whoever's supplying modified milk ingredients, cheapest that quarter. Quality controlled to one standard. Pass minimum inspection while hitting Walmart's target cost per liter. Ingredients in great value. Vanilla, modified milk ingredients, sugar, glucose fructose, mono and diglycerides, guar gum, cellulose gum, carrageenan, polysorbate 80, cara bean gum, artificial flavor, annatto, tartrazine, glucose fructose, Canadian term for high fructose corn syrup, linked to fatty liver disease, insulin resistance, metabolic syndrome. Why does ice cream need HFCS? Because it's cheaper than using more cream and real sugar to achieve sweetness. Same artificial dyes we saw in Nestlé. Same emulsifiers disrupting gut bacteria. Same stabilizers creating fake texture. But now at the absolute lowest price point. Great value ice cream contains so much air it feels weightless when you pick up the container. Industry term is overrun, the amount of air incorporated during freezing. Premium ice cream has 20 to 30% overrun. Budget ice cream can have 100% plus overrun. You're buying equal parts frozen dessert and air. Leave great value on the counter. Watch it melt. Turns into foam and separated liquid. That's what happens when you incorporate maximum air into minimum quality dairy with maximum stabilizers. But here's who's buying this. Seniors on fixed incomes at Walmart, for whom $3.47 versus $7 means affording other groceries. Single parents feeding multiple kids who beg for ice cream, choosing the cheapest option because that's survival, not preference. Young Canadian families where both parents work full-time and still struggle to pay for food. Kids whose parents can't afford better, eating chemical-laden frozen dessert weekly. Walmart knows exactly who they're targeting. People who need to save every dollar. People who don't have the luxury of paying $8 for premium ice cream. People trying to give their kids normal childhood experiences like ice cream while living paycheck to paycheck. And Walmart is selling them the lowest quality frozen dessert they can legally produce. Mystery milk, maximum air, maximum chemicals, minimum cream. Also, Walmart can offer a price point that captures the most vulnerable Canadian shoppers. Go check your freezer right now. If you've got great value ice cream, understand this. Walmart is betting you're too desperate to care what's actually in that container. They're selling you aerated chemicals with artificial flavor and calling it ice cream. You deserve better than mystery dairy loaded with emulsifiers shown to damage gut health. Your kids deserve better than artificial dyes linked to behavioral problems. Your family deserves better than a corporation profiting from your financial struggles by selling the absolute minimum legally allowed. Your fix? When ice cream costs $3.47 for 1.5 liters in a country with supply-managed dairy, the math only works if it's not real ice cream. Maximum air, minimum dairy, maximum chemicals. Walk away. Frozen dessert at that price is a scam with a friendly price tag. The predator price. The mystery dairy. The aerated chemicals. Great value ice cream is great for Walmart's margins. Terrible for your body. 5 brands. 5 deceptions. From frozen dessert frauds to chemical cocktails. From multinational predators to house brand mysteries. Breyers that isn't legally ice cream. Chapman's sending kids to the bathroom with maltitol. Nestle feeding children 4 artificial dyes. Compliments and no name from the lowest bidder. Great value targeting vulnerable families with aerated chemicals. Go check your freezer right now. Breyer's Delights, frozen dairy dessert with 14 ingredients replacing cream. Chapman's no sugar added. Maltitol disaster waiting to happen. Nestle Parlor or Drumstick. 4 artificial colors linked to hyperactivity. No name or compliments. Mystery manufacturer. Great value. Walmart's Predator brand. Throw them out. Don't finish the tub. Don't let your kids use it up. Your family's health isn't worth saving $3. But don't panic. Real ice cream still exists in Canada. Some companies still make it the right way. Cream, sugar, real flavors. No chemical stabilizers. No artificial dyes. No maltitol sending kids to the bathroom. These 3 brands earned their place through transparency, real ingredients, and actual quality. Safe pick number 3, Island Farms. Real cream. BC Dairy. 5 ingredients you can pronounce. Founded in 1944 in Victoria, British Columbia. Island Farms has been making real ice cream for 80 years without selling out to corporate greed. Still using British Columbia dairy farms. Still making ice cream the traditional way. Check the ingredient list on Island Farms vanilla. Fresh cream, skim milk, sugar, egg yolk, natural vanilla. 5 ingredients. That's it. Fresh cream, not modified milk ingredients, not reconstituted dairy fractions. Real cream from BC Dairy Farms. You can taste the difference immediately. Rich, creamy, smooth. No gummy texture, no weird coating, no artificial anything. Natural vanilla. Real vanilla extract from vanilla beans. Not vanillin. Not artificial flavor. Actual vanilla containing over 250 flavor compounds that give real vanilla its complex taste. Egg yolk. Traditional ingredient in premium ice cream. French-style custard base. Creates richness and smooth texture naturally without needing guar gum, cellulose, carrageenan, polysorbate 80. No artificial colors. No artificial flavors. No emulsifiers disrupting gut bacteria. No sugar alcohols sending kids to the bathroom. Just real ingredients making real ice cream. For families wanting actual ice cream without chemicals. For parents who've noticed their kids have fewer stomach issues and better behavior when they skip the artificial dyes. For anyone who remembers what ice cream used to taste like before corporations replaced cream with chemicals. Available at most BC retailers and some Alberta/Saskatchewan stores. Around $6 to $7 for 1.5 liters. Yes, more expensive than great value, but you're paying for real cream and real ingredients instead of modified milk ingredients and artificial everything. For kids with sensitivities to artificial additives, Island Farms removes those triggers. For diabetics, real sugar and cream means predictable blood glucose response. No maltitol surprises. For seniors wanting simple, real food, 5 ingredients you can identify. Real cream, real vanilla, real ice cream the way it's supposed to be. Safe pick number 2, Kawartha Dairy Ontario Tradition. Farm fresh ingredients. Ice cream that actually lists cream first. Founded in 1937 in Bobcaygeon, Ontario. Family-owned for 4 generations. Kawartha Dairy sources milk and cream from Ontario farms. Makes ice cream in small batches with real ingredients. Ingredient list for Kawartha Dairy. Vanilla, cream, sugars, sugar, glucose, skim milk powder, egg yolk, natural vanilla extract, carrageenan. 7 ingredients. First ingredient, cream, not modified milk ingredients. Real cream. The carrageenan is unfortunate. It's a stabilizer we criticized in other brands. But the key difference? Kawartha uses it minimally in a product where the first ingredient is actual cream, not modified mystery dairy. The base product is real ice cream. The small amount of carrageenan provides texture stability, but isn't replacing cream or creating fake body like in Breyer's Delights or Great Value. Natural vanilla extract. Real vanilla beans. Not vanillin, not artificial flavor. You can see vanilla bean specks in the ice cream. That's real vanilla. Egg yolk creates that French custard richness. Traditional ice cream ingredient that makes texture smooth without needing excessive stabilizers. Texture tells the truth. Kawartha Dairy feels heavy in the container, dense. When you scoop it, it resists. That's real cream, not air. Let it melt and it becomes liquid, not foam. That's how real ice cream behaves. For families in Ontario who want to support local dairy. For anyone tired of gummy, artificial-tasting ice cream from national brands. For parents whose kids have behavioral issues with artificial dyes, Kawartha uses natural colors only. Available at most Ontario grocery stores, some Quebec retailers, and expanding into Western Canada, around $7 to $8 for 1.5 liters. Premium price for real ingredients from identified Ontario dairy farms. For diabetics, real sugar means predictable response. No maltitol, no sugar alcohols, no erythritol linked to blood clots. Just regular sugar you can calculate insulin for. For kids, no artificial dyes, no polysorbate 80, no 4-color rainbow linked to hyperactivity. Ontario tradition, real cream listed first. Ice cream that tastes like your grandmother remembers. Safe. Pick number 1. Organic Meadow, certified organic. Grass-fed dairy. Ice cream as clean as it gets in Canada. Organic Meadow is a cooperative of Canadian organic farmers. Started in 1989. Every ingredient certified organic. Dairy comes from grass-fed cows. No synthetic hormones. No antibiotics. No GMO feed. Ingredient list for Organic Meadow Vanilla. Organic cream. Organic cane sugar. Organic skim milk powder. Organic egg yolk. Organic vanilla extract. Organic carob bean gum. 6 ingredients. All organic. All identifiable. Organic cream from grass-fed cows. This matters more than you think. Grass-fed dairy has better omega-3 to omega-6 ratio. Higher levels of CLA, conjugated linoleic acid. Anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer properties. More vitamin K2. Essential for calcium metabolism and heart health. You can see the difference. Organic Meadow ice cream is yellower than conventional ice cream because grass-fed cream contains more beta-carotene. Organic cane sugar, not high fructose corn syrup, not glucose fructose, not artificial sweeteners, not sugar alcohols. Real cane sugar from organic sources. Organic vanilla extract, real vanilla from organic vanilla beans. No artificial vanillin. Certified organic means cows weren't given RBGH, recombinant bovine growth hormone. No synthetic antibiotics. Feed was certified organic. No GMO corn or soy sprayed with glyphosate. Higher animal welfare standards. This is the cleanest ice cream you can buy in Canada. No artificial colors. No artificial flavors. No polysorbate 80. No carrageenan. Just real organic ingredients from farmers you can identify. For families committed to organic eating. For cancer survivors avoiding all potential toxins during recovery. For anyone with autoimmune conditions where gut health is critical, Organic Meadow removes chemical triggers. For parents wanting to eliminate artificial additives linked to behavioral issues, this removes every single one. Available at natural food stores, some Loblaws, some Sobeys, Whole Foods, and independent grocers across Canada. Around $8 to $10 for 1.5 liters. Most expensive option on this list. But you're paying for certified organic dairy from grass-fed cows, real vanilla, and zero chemicals. For diabetics, organic cane sugar means clean, predictable blood sugar response. No hidden ingredients affecting glucose. For kids with ADHD or behavioral sensitivities, eliminating artificial dyes and synthetic additives can reduce symptoms. For anyone who wants the absolute cleanest ice cream available, this is it. Certified organic, grass-fed dairy, 6 ingredients you can verify. This is what ice cream should be. 5 brands, 5 betrayals. From Breyer's frozen dessert fraud to Walmart's predator pricing. From Chapman's maltitol disaster to Nestle's 4-dye rainbow. From house brand mysteries manufactured by the lowest bidder to chemical stabilizers, disrupting the gut bacteria that regulate your entire body. This isn't about being an ice cream snob. This is about corporations targeting Canadian families, especially kids begging for treats, parents trying to give their children normal experiences, families on tight budgets, seniors on fixed incomes, and selling them frozen dessert loaded with emulsifiers shown to damage gut health, artificial colors linked to hyperactivity, and sugar alcohols that send kids to the bathroom with cramping. You thought you were buying ice cream, but that Breyer's Delights has 14 ingredients replacing cream. That Chapman's no sugar added has maltitol causing digestive disasters. That Nestle Drumstick has 4 artificial dyes linked to behavioral problems. That no-name tub is from a mystery manufacturer using the cheapest dairy fractions available. That great value container is 50% air and chemicals. Go check your freezer right now. Look at every ice cream container. Read the ingredient lists. See frozen dairy dessert instead of ice cream, modified milk ingredients first, maltitol, polysorbate 80, 4 artificial colors. Throw it out. Don't let your kids finish it. Don't use it up. Your family's gut health, your kids' behavior, your body's inflammatory response, none of it is worth saving $4 on chemical-laden frozen dessert. Replace it with ice cream where cream is the first ingredient, where you can count the ingredients on one hand, where the company can tell you which farm supplied the dairy, where there are no artificial dyes, no emulsifiers disrupting gut bacteria, no sugar alcohols sending kids to the bathroom. Your kids will notice. Fewer stomach aches after ice cream. Better behavior without artificial dyes. No more digestive disasters from maltitol. Your body will notice. Less inflammation without emulsifiers disrupting gut bacteria. Cleaner ingredient processing without artificial everything. Your taste buds will notice. Real cream tastes different than modified milk ingredients. Real vanilla tastes different than artificial flavor. Real ice cream melts into liquid, not foam. If this video saved your family from another night of chemical-laden frozen dessert disguised as ice cream, hit that subscribe button, because next week, we're investigating 10 Canadian yogurt brands that have more sugar than soda and are marketed to kids as healthy breakfast. Share this with someone who needs to know. Your kids deserve real ice cream. Your family deserves to know what they're actually eating. Now go check your freezer.